And hello again, dear ones. Robert Brzezinski with you. Another episode of Evening Prayers. Oh, I went and changed one part of that and didn't change the other part of it. Today is the 2nd of May. I should know that at this point. There we go. All fixed. And I am so grateful. A newer, dearer friend, a new dear friend, Andrea Matros is with us. Now she's part of the Hilltop Spiritual Center in California, Fallbrook, right?
Right, correct.
I did do this research and then promptly forgot it. And there's their website, folks, where you can catch up with them on Facebook. We'll show you that again later. But hello, Andrea. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much, Rev Robert. So happy to be here with you and all the active people who are watching us live.
Yes, and all those folks that are going to watch us later too. That's the fun part of this, is sometimes we get comments a couple of days later where people are catching these prayers at a later time. And folks, that's really part of the fun of it all, is we're creating a live experience here, but this is something you can share with your friends. And this whole thing, right? If you are in that place where you're looking for prayer in your life right now, well, that's why I'm here. That's why Andrea's here. That's why we provide you with these links. Reach out to us. Let us know that, hey, this is going on and I'd like some support spiritually around this issue in my life, or just celebrate the good stuff. Now, if you want, you can get your email. You can send me an email, revbriz@spiritevolving.com. Get your email, get your prayer request into my book, or we'll share it on this call here. Or if you'd like to get on a phone call and talk one-on-one and share that prayer, I'm happy to do that as well with you. So, all right, Andrea, welcome aboard. Now, I'll say that Andrea and I met, just a couple of weeks back by incidences and experiences and the way God operates. And we were on the phone like 5 minutes, I think, on a video chat. And I was like, oh, I simply want you to be on the prayer call with me. So I'm really grateful you're here. And, we ask everybody pretty much the same question around here. We've only got one. What's in all of this that's been going on? And, I'm actually about to start my 8th week of being isolated. In all of this, what's been in your heart? What's been in your prayers?
Thank you for that. And welcome to everyone who's joining us and all of those who would join us later. So what's in my heart and what's in my prayer? Well, first I have to begin with myself. And so I take myself to my own spiritual practice, my meditation, my own prayers, and that is a way for me to ground and to be present. So when I'm present, and I'm present, as a spiritual practitioner, as I'm present with others, what we do almost every day is there's a prayer circle that I'm a part of on Zoom. And that has been in my heart and prayers for months now. And the people who are coming on, sometimes we pray for love and gratitude, and that's what we're in the moment with. And other times, there is grief going on, or people know people in other parts of the country. And, it is a time of reflection, and it's a time of even seeing the things that I didn't know how much I love, which is basically everybody, and feeling what some of the precautions that we're taking now, which is so important, but just feeling the difference in that. So keeping myself grounded and supporting my own energy in my household and praying with others has really been a powerful thing.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's very, very powerful. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. And that's something we can all do, right? We can all be in that practice and using that type of a practice to support us during this time. Great. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
So, folks, this is what we call a share a prayer. Andrea's going to get us started, and then at some point, Spirit will kind of nudge her and say, okay, send that over Robert's way, and I'll pick up the prayer, we'll wrap it up and finish it up, and then share how you can stay in touch with us and get back into the rest of the next part of the evening. So, Andrea, dear one, please take us away.
Thank you so much. So I open up this prayer in gratitude. I open up this prayer in gratitude to the divine, the blessed one, the mother of creation, the Father, Mother, God. My heart is open to thee. And as my heart is open to thee, what I know for sure is thy heart is open to me. For as I glance at the stars and I glance at the sky and I breathe in the fragrances of nature itself, nature gives to me as I give it. So we are in communion with the divine at all times. This is something that lives within us. It lives within me as it lives within each and every one of us. So it is to this blessed one, this thing that we call nature and God and love and abundance and creativity and prosperity, and every word that has to do with the good that we are, the being that we are, the pure divine sacredness. I bow to thee. I bow to thee, for I know in my heart of hearts that thee bows to me and smiles upon me. And I feel like this presence, as it smiles upon me, it smiles upon each and every one of us. Could we imagine that? What a good job you are doing, blessed ones. What a good job that we are doing, each and every one, as we care for each other, as we care for ourselves, we care for each other. So it is coming back again and again to this wholeness, this oneness, this beingness. As I feel empathy and love, so too does perhaps somebody else on the planet receive the vortex of this prayer. So for this prayer right now, I call it forth that it reaches far and wide as it comes through me, Andrea, and it reaches Robert, and it reaches everybody else who is in and around the consciousness that we are. And don't we know it, that it reaches even beyond. It is beyond the consciousness of love and light. And it's to this truth that I dwell. And it is to this truth that truly has my heart and my devotion. So I know this time together is sacred, and it is a blessing. As we sit together, as we sit apart, as we breathe within our own self, we open up our energy to receive thy good, to feel the moment and allow it to be as it is. And I practice trust, trusting thy grace, trusting what is, as a dear friend says, yes. Yes to what is here and now. And we pray for our strength. We pray for our fortitude. We pray for all that needs to come to us. And in the prayer and in the asking is the answer. So Divine Father, Mother, God answers me, answers us as we pray. Here's the call for unification. Here's the call for love beyond all things, beyond all conditions. And it is to thy grace, it's to thy mercy, it's to thy beauty and thy love that truly, again and again, every moment that I am conscious, that I am choosing, I bow to thee. And so knowing that this is a powerful truth, knowing that this truth lives and resides in me and in all things, I give great gratitude, releasing it, knowing it is so. And so it is.
So it
I
is.
pass the light to my friend.
And I too feel that energetic vibration of love and light. I recognize the one operating through and as all of life in amazing ways, confusing ways, and always miraculous ways. I recognize the wholeness of life everlasting, the unity of life here on planet Earth and beyond. Knowing that there is a great revelation upon us, a great revealing of truth. The truth of God's great creation on this planet, the revelation of a great truth, of a new vision for humanity's existence on this planet and beyond. I speak this word for each one that hears these words now or at another time. I claim for each that hears the opportunity to see, to really see the vision of what happens now, what happens next, to see and catch the vision of what it looks like for humanity to awaken to its spiritual magnificence, what it looks like to have a world that works for everyone. And what I know is, I know in this process there is the crumbling, there is the falling away, there is the giving way of that which no longer serves. The organizations, the mindset, the perspective, the politics, the business, all the stuff that no longer serves the evolution of human consciousness, now and forever drifts off into the nothingness from whence it came. For there was never any power in any of that stuff anyway. There is only that one power, God, the creative power, that is right now using all of that that is crumbled away and using itself to create newly through my hands, through the hands of each one here, through the prayers and the work and the creativity of each one that hears these words. God is creating a new world, a new way of being, a new opportunity to live on this planet and exist and express ourselves as one human family. Well, folks, what I know is, I know we really are one in consciousness, and I believe it's time we all start acting like it. So that raising the vibration of oneness, raising in our consciousness a deep recognition that we are all in this together. We are not all in the same boat. We are all in this together. 7 billion heartbeats and more, creating a new world, a new way of being, a new vision for humanity. So I too am grateful, grateful to be a part of it, grateful to be witness to all this, grateful to be an affirmation of the truth that is occurring, not living in the fear of what might have been or could be, but living in the absolute truth that God's got this. That it is not my work to be done. It is not I doing the work. God's already on the job. God's got all of this taken care of. So I'm grateful to be able to step aside, to let go of any concern or question about how or when or why any of this comes into form, to simply release this word into the law that has already, and in fact can only say yes, that must demonstrate through the creative expression, the creative power, the creative process that is God. So I am grateful to release the word into the law, to let it be, to get out of the way, and to let God be God. And if any word of this has resonated in any way, please join me in an affirmation saying aloud wherever you are. And so
it is.
it is.
And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Now, remember, folks, you can catch up with Andrea over on the Hilltop Spiritual Center Facebook page, Hilltop CSL. It's a great little page there, and you can catch everything you need to know from there. I will be back tomorrow morning, 8:15 a.m. Mountain Time, and the lovely Reverend Kathy Mastriani from the Science of Mind Archives and Library is going to be with me. So, yeah, the last time we were together, she brought a recording of Ernest Holmes. So who knows what might happen tomorrow. But we want to say thank you again to Andrea for being with us. Everyone out there,
deep love.
Deep love, yes. Everybody else watching, thank you for being with us. We'll see you again in the morning. Until then, peace and blessing.
Bye.